Greetings and salutations, Seahawks palaver back to talk some more Seahawks draft, with the draft only a week away. And here we have Evan Neal. Is he out of reach for us at number 9? Mel Kiper and Todd McShay did a mashup mock draft this week, and they actually had him falling to number 9 of the Seahawks, which would be great, right? I mean, we definitely need to rebuild the offensive line. We have Stone Forsythe and Jake Curran, and that's basically it. At tackle, we haven't re-signed Brandon Shell. We haven't re-signed Dwayne Brown. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But the thing about Evan Neal is he goes about his business in a very professional manner. He gets the job done from play to play. You don't really have to worry about it. You can probably plug him in at left tackle on day one, and he'll get the job done, and within a couple of years could be dominant. He is a really, really good prospect, I think, that can stick at left tackle and not have to move into guard or whatever. I think he can be a really good left tackle. The problem is that what we need? I mean, yeah, every team needs that, but what happened to we want to be the bully again that Pete Carroll and John Schneider had been saying for years? You know, gone are the days of Cam Chancellor and Michael Bennett and Richard Sherman and imposing our will upon the opposite team. And we just haven't been able to do that. We have done a bad job drafting for years. We did a bad job signing free agents. And the roster has suffered. And what it is today is kind of a bunch of finesse players that we're trying to make work. And results on the field were not pretty last year. Granted, most of it was Russ's injury, sure, whatever. But I just think that we need to focus on imposing our will again. DK Metcalf is a big part of that. I'm really glad they have not traded him, and I hope that they don't. I hope that whatever this rebuild that we're in the middle of right now features DK Metcalf as its central component. But I think that we can just get better in other ways. Starting with Trevor Penning, maybe. I don't think Evan Neal's going to be there, but if he is, I think we take him at 9 just because he's so solid and can produce. But I think if we want to inject some attitude, then we need to think about players with attitude. And Trevor Penning is a guy that will happily murder his opponent, bury him under the turf, and blame it on somebody else, right? I think we need a little bit of that. He's not the greatest player, but he's got size, he's got speed, he's got agility, he's got strength. He just needs to learn how to play the position a little bit better, but his attitude is something that has been sorely missing. Let's just take a quick look, and I'm sorry that they filmed this in potato cam, but he's over here at left tackle, and here he is wrestling this guy to the ground, first play of the game, right? First play of offense of the game. But most of what he does here is because he kind of lacks skill. It's just him getting in the way, right? He gets in the way of the guy, prevents him from getting to the quarterback and affecting the play. And I guess that's the primary responsibility. But look at that. Just shoves him to the ground. Why not? He's playing through the whistle, perhaps. Maybe there'll be some penalties. But, you know, I will take that occasionally, right? I'm just having that Breno economy, you know, what he brought to the team when he'd clear off the pile after the play was over, right? Protecting the team. You know, there he's just kind of getting in the way again, stabbing, getting caught up. Not, not very pretty play. It just isn't. He's not a skills guy. He's a traits guy. But there is some good here. Here, I think this is. Oh, no, he shoves that guy. There's a good combo block coming up. Right here. This is it. Okay, so watch him in the left guard working in tandem. He vacates one guy, passes off the next, and hits the guy in the second level. He can't do that all the time, but he did it good there. And here is the very next play, and he massively whiffs his assignment. This is just what you're gonna see with Trevor Penning. He's there's some eye popping plays where he will eject his opponent into the stratosphere, and other times when he looks like a lost little lamb bumbling around the backfield. And unfortunately, that's just, that's what you get. But like I said, it's more attitude with Trevor Penning at this point. I think he can become a really good tackle. I don't think he needs to move into guard. I think he can be tackle, maybe a right tackle. His run defense is definitely better than his pass. or his run blocking is better than his pass blocking at this point. But that goes for a lot of prospects too, because it's just a little bit easier, even though they don't do a lot of it. Like Abraham Lucas, who I did not prepare any tape for, but he did have an official visit with the Hawks. Very athletic, very good prospect as far as his traits goes. Also, doesn't quite have the attitude that Penning has, but it will probably end up being possibly the better professional when all is said and done. But he doesn't even know how to run block. He says he's just never done it, right? So that's something to consider too. When the Seahawks really want to run the ball, are they going to get someone as agile and athletic and toolsy as Abraham Lucas if they don't know how to run block and they have to kind of start from scratch? Interesting question. But they did have him in for an official visit, so any of those Western Washington fans out there, or Washington State fans out there looking for Abraham Lucas, he's definitely on the radar, even if he can't run block yet. Okay, so moving on. This is another guy who I don't like. I don't like Tyler Smith. He's probably bottom of the first round, up to the mid-second round prospect, but he is a fantastic run blocker. His hand placement infuriates me. Let's see here. Where are we at here? He is. Let's start over. I don't even know where we are here. Okay, so he's lining up over here. So he's number 56 over here at left tackle. This is against Ohio State. Their edge rusher here on Ohio State isn't super special. It's the Jean-Baptiste guy. But we'll see Tyler Smith. See his hand placement. He bear hugs. He gets his hands. Watch him. See, he'll probably do it again here. Yeah, he gets them around his shoulder. He leads the NCAA in holds. It's not pretty. They really need to clean that up, because I'd much prefer Trevor Penning's after the whistle personal fouls to holding penalties, which drive me crazy. Not a fan of his hand usage, but everything else is good. He's strong, powerful. Guy can move, and he can run block like a mofo. Like I said, he's the best run blocker in college football right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's a nice. He holds up the guy nicely, but again, it kind of holds him a bit at the end, right? And I just worry that he doesn't know what he's doing with his hands, and that's an important part of the game here. I'm pretty sure there was a play here that I wanted to highlight. Oh, there we go. Look at him. He just holds someone he runs by. And Tyler Smith is going to have problems at the next level with his hand placement. He's got issues. But if you can clean that up, you got the bones of a good player here. Here's another one of my guys, though, Luka Decky. I have no reason to think that he's on Seattle's radar, but I'm a huge fan. He's up here. He's playing right tackle. Bernard Raymond is the better-known prospect on the Central Michigan line, but I'm a big fan of Luka Decky over on the other side here. Let's see. We can see what we can do. He has a lot of Penning in him. We're going to go into the... Oh, where'd he go? I lost him. He's number 67. There he is. He's in the soup. He's pursuing the play. Another guy that plays through the whistle. Will finish. There he is. He's still pushing number 0 on the defensive line out of the way. Even though the play is well past him. He's just a really solid, angry, violent player with short arms. And he has done no agility testing. So that makes me wonder. Let's be positive. It makes me wonder why he didn't do the short shuttle. He didn't do the 3-cone. Has hardly done any testing whatsoever. So that calls into question his explosion. Is he a very explosive athlete? And in the trenches, you need to be an explosive athlete. And we just can't really tell for sure that he is. He plays hard, though. He plays very hard. And he's really good at picking up stunts. Who are they playing here? Missouri. He's playing up. He's going up against Trajan Jeffcoat, who was All SEC in 2020, I think. Maybe it's 2019. Regardless, he's handling him very nicely, and they do try to run a whole bunch of stunts in his direction, and he picks them all up very well. Short arms though, so again, maybe he projects more to guard at the next level, but I enjoy watching him play a lot. Again, very violent, physical, play to the whistle. Has a lot of Penning in him, and he's going to be available, later on in the draft. So you don't necessarily have to burn a first rounder on someone that doesn't have the skill set to maybe be a really good player right away. Like, I don't think Penning's going to be really good right away at left tackle, right? Maybe put him at right tackle for a while, but yeah, to see him chasing down, very, very Penning-esque in his play. I'm a big fan of Luka Decky. Moving on. What else do we got here? This is Penn State and Ohio State. So is this... Who am I looking at here? Thayer Munford. Thayer Munford had an official visit with the Seahawks. He's number 75 for Ohio State. He's playing next to Petit Frere, right? The left tackle that is getting some buzz. But Thayer Munford had an official visit with the Hawks. Let's see what he can do. My impression of Thayer Munford is there's a pull right there. He can move. He's strong, but he can hold his ground, but he doesn't gain ground. And I don't know if I can't imagine that's by design. But he doesn't have a lot of push. He tries. It looks like he's something that he should be able to do. But if you watch him on a running play, which is not that, he doesn't get a lot of push. But I did want to show that pull that he had there, where he pulled over to the right side. He does have some movement, and he's able to target not badly. I would like to see a bit more violence in the hit, but he's just another guy that will stand his ground nicely. See there, he gives a little bit, but he doesn't allow the guy to get in the backfield until he's able to make the play, because he doesn't stick with them, right? Again, but as a later round prospect, we're talking maybe 5th round for Thayer Munford. There is some potential there. You can see it. He can move. So maybe with some coaching and a good NFL strength program, we might see some benefits there. Holding his ground, not really gaining, but holding. And this whole goal line stand here that Penn State has, I really would have liked to have seen more from the left guard there. I think there was another play that was really good, though, that I want to show you. There we go. Yeah, he pushed the guy out of the way really nicely, open up the hole for a nice big play. So he does have it in him. He can move his guys laterally. Doesn't seem like he can push him back very much, but really good movement and just doing enough to get the guy out of the way and spring that nice hole. So Thayer Munford, later on in the draft, there is some potential there. Okay, who else do we have? Rasheed Walker. I was not impressed with Rasheed Walker. He has had an official visit with the Seahawks, so I thought we'd talk about him a little bit. He will be right here facing up against Aiden Hutchinson, the presumptive number 1 pick in the draft. And this is the first play in things. Let's just watch. I don't want to spoil it. Just some hand fighting that doesn't necessarily go away. He does get the ball off, but that's just, look at him. He's like, what did I do? Oh, he was just absolutely abused. Just get out of my way. Not a good look for Mr. Rasheed Walker there. So maybe more of a guard prospect, let's say. That was just not a good play. But, there's potential. He now he's up against Ojabo. He does a little bit better job against David Ojabo here. He's able to hold his ground and guide him around the quarterback. And there's more wins than losses for Rasheed Walker, but I just don't know. I don't know about his viability at tackle at the next level, at least at left tackle at the next level. I think he's more suited to use his power elsewhere on the line, let's say. Just look at him. He uses his method for blocking Aiden Hutchinson is to pull his arm out of his socket. I guess that's the way to do it. Unconventional. So, but I've seen worse, right? I've seen worse. So, official visit with the Hawks, a little bit of a later round guy, Rasheed Walker. Halfway through the draft, maybe see what you have left. he could be a really solid prospect, maybe not at left tackle, but elsewhere. Okay, another guy that had an official visit, Cole Strange. This guy is awesome. I would, for all the talk of Tyler Linderbaum, who was a really, really good prospect, don't get me wrong, late first, early second for Tyler Linderbaum. Tyler's the exact same size as Austin Blythe, pretty much, that we signed in free agency. So, good hedge there, as Rob Staten always says on the Seahawks draft blog. But this Cole Strange guy, just watch this guy. This guy plays constantly. His hands are active. His feet are active. Plays through the whistle. He never gives up. He never gives up the play. He's number 69. Look at it. He springs the running back. He's still running down the field, even though the play is mostly over. He is really, really something. Okay, we lost track of him there, but we'll get back to it. I think he is left guard, 69. Where is he? Oh my gosh! All right, right here. Yeah, there we go. 69. Look at him. He's still pushing this guy down the field, even though there's no impact to the play left. I'd love to see that, right? Yeah, I've been talking about it this entire video. Cole Strange just embodies that. If we drafted 3 offensive linemen and it was Penning, Goedeke, and Cole Strange, I would be the happiest camper on that, after that weekend. Yeah, not gonna happen, but just one out of Strange, Goedeke, and Penning, and I'd be happy. Our offensive line needs, some attitude. It needs some power. It needs some aggression. It needs more violence. Jake Curran is not an athlete. It's admirable that he was able to step in at right tackle and at least function. Stone Forsyth, I don't know if we can judge a future tackle off of the 19 snaps or 29 snaps that he had last year. We are in a predicament here on our offensive line, and we need to do something. And if we can infuse, the holes in our line with players that want to kick the ever living crap out of the person in front of them, all the better, right? That's all I'm saying. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I will go through the list of official visits and see if there's anything else interesting. There's a lot of interesting names on that list, especially at wideout, where I don't know that we really need anyone, but there's some interesting names there that showed up on wideout, some real freaks, and I'm excited about that. But for now, I will wrap up this video. I appreciate your watching. I have no subscribers yet. If you would do me the kindness of doing so, I would appreciate it. I've had some good conversations with some Seahawks fans on the channel so far. If we can keep that up, that'd be fun too. So comment, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do, and I will see you guys as the week progresses. All right, thank you so much. Take care, guys. I am out of here as soon as I find my button. There we go. All right, take care. Bye.